Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Michael's Supported Italia. I'm Michael, and tonight we're going to be making a great dish that everybody just loves. It's shrimp Fra Diavolo, or Brother Devil, which shrimp Brother Devil doesn't really sound good, so let's stick with shrimp Fra Diavolo. So it's a great dish. It's a pretty easy dish to make. It's very simple. Just a few ingredients. Doesn't take that long to do. So the first thing that we're going to do in this dish is we're going to take our shrimp. It's about a pound, clean, deveined, large shrimp, and we're going to put some salt in it, get that, and about a third of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Okay. And then we're just going to mix it around. You get it nice and coated, nice, get all that heat distributed into the shrimp. It's just delicious. Okay. Now it's done. Go to a medium-high heat. Add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 2, 3, whatever you prefer. Let's get that good and hot. So, right now, it's the smell just between the shrimp and the crushed red pepper. It's already smelling good, and yeah, I haven't even touched anything yet. So, we have that here. We're going to add our shrimp to the pan. And you're going to leave it about a minute on each side. Okay? Not going to do it too long. Just until they turn pink. So again, it's about a minute on each side. I don't know if you can hear the sizzle from there, but I hear it over here. It's just a great thing. Anything with sizzle is amazing. So basically, we're going to let that sit just for, like I said, just for about a minute on each side, just until you start to see it turn pink, and then you want to turn them over. So once the shrimp is done, I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in a separate plate, put it off to the side, so I can start making the sauce. The sauce is very simple. It's a medium onion. It's a cup of dry white wine, because you want dry wine. It complements the shrimp and it complements the heat from the shrimp. About 3 cloves of garlic, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of basil, but we'll show you how all that comes together. And you don't necessarily have to take this and put it with any kind of pasta either. You can have this by itself with a salad. You can mix it in with the salad. You can mix it with your greens. It's great. You know, a lot of people are looking for, low carb and things like that. Well, you can just take the shrimp and put it over a salad, put over some greens, and there's a delicious dish between the salad and the crushed red pepper. You don't need any kind of dressing or anything like that on there. It's just great the way it is. So you want to turn each one over. Like I said, about a minute on each side. And this is a fan favorite everywhere you go. But again, you can also use different things. You don't have to just use shrimp. You can use chicken, you can use beef, you can use pork. The flavoring really just comes from the crushed red pepper. So don't be concerned that, oh my God, I don't have any shrimp laying around. But you can use anything for that matter. But I prefer shrimp. All right. And also, when you take the shrimp out of the pan, don't wipe the pan out. Don't do anything, because you're going to use all that flavor still in there. So you're going to want to keep that flavor. So, yeah. And at the very, very end, you give it a little bit of toss where all the juices and everything get incorporated with the shrimp. So it's really, really good. So, but again, it's a simple dish to make. There's onion, there's crushed red pepper, there's garlic, there's dry oregano, just a little bit. And I have fresh basil and fresh Italian parsley. And that goes incorporated there as well. So it looks like the shrimp is just about done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plate that, put it off to the side. Give it a little turn. And that's what your shrimp is going to look like. So you take that and put it to the side. And you take about a medium onion, you slice it up. Don't cut your fingers off. Go to the side. And again, it's just going to be, you're just going to slice it. That's all you're going to do to it. Go a long ways. Doesn't matter how thick you do it. Doesn't matter how thin you do it. Don't cut your fingers off. And that's it. You just put it right in the pan. That's it. Don't worry about doing it on the floor. We'll get that later. So yeah, about another tablespoon of olive oil. And really, the only thing you're doing with this is you want the onion to get a little bit translucent as it goes along. You know, you can almost see through it. But I like to slice it because I like the taste of the onion. I like to bite into it. You can chop it. You can whatever way you want to do it. But to me, the onion just gives it a nice flavor. Add a little bit more salt. Toss it over your shoulder. And you want to just mix that around. Okay, and once the onion starts to get a little bit translucent, then you're going to add your tomatoes, you're going to add your wine. But right before you do all that, you throw the garlic in at the very last minute because you don't want the garlic to brown, you just want to get a little bit of the flavor taken out of the garlic. Another couple minutes on the onion. Separate the slices. You can eat it, whatever you want. Okay. Then I got about 3 cloves of garlic. Put that right in there, put it in the middle, this way it gets to the bottom, gets heated. See, the onions already starting to soften up just a little bit. You don't want them to be mushy, you just want them to be translucent. You want to be able to see it not too crunchy like you're just biting into a fresh onion. Okay, we'll just give that another minute. Get on my board. Okay, all right, so that's perfect. Then you're gonna take roughly about 1 can of diced tomato, and you put that right in there. Around. And you want to cook this a little bit until you see the tomatoes start to thicken up a little bit. Oh yeah, it's smelling really good right now. Okay. A little dry oregano. And 1 cup of dry white wine. Again, the dry wine is what you want when you're doing it with seafood or you're mixing with the heat from the shrimp. So that's that there. Turn the heat up just a little bit. Mix that around. And it's not going to take any time for this to start settling down for you. Okay. A little bit extra heat. Now, obviously, this is the kind of dish that if you love spice, just add more crushed red pepper. If you don't like it that much, if you like it just a little bit, just put a little bit in. But that all goes based on taste. Okay, you're gonna start to see this boil, start to simmer a little bit, and then you're gonna start to see it reduce. Once it starts to reduce, you take the shrimp and you put it back in. Oh yeah, gotta love that. The aroma in here is just really great because you have the tomatoes smell, you have the peppers, you have the garlic, the onion, everything in there is incorporated. It's just the fragrance in the room is just amazing. But you don't have smell-o-vision, so you can't smell what I'm smelling. Sorry. But yeah, so that's really it. That's the most. This is the hardest thing about the whole dish is just, you know, just having this get reduced down a little bit. Doesn't take that long. Now, if you were going to do this with pasta, you know, you can use linguine, you can use spaghetti, you can use even angel hair. You can use. But again, tonight I'm just going to eat it just like this because it doesn't really need the pasta. So, but again, that's what you like. Then by all means, but right now, you know, you keep it just like this. You can make it with a salad, which is really great. You know, you use your favorite greens, whatever that is. If it's arugula, if it's you know, whatever type of salad you want, even baby spinach if you want. Just rest it over the top. It's just delicious. Okay, so this is starting to reduce down now. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the shrimp that you had set before, and you're going to put it back in here. But the key is take even the juices that are left in the plate, put it in there as well, because there's a lot of flavor in the juice. There's the salt, there's the pepper, there's the shrimp. So just put it right back in there again. So whatever juice is in there, just don't be afraid. Just put it right in. The juice needs some love too. So, and now give it just about another minute. That's all you're gonna do. Just so all the flavors can be incorporated together. Now, I know some people use onions, some people don't. I like the onions. I love the way it tastes. It gives it a nice flavor. You know, it's, you know, but again, everything that I make is always very versatile. So you can take things out, put things in. It's shrimp Fra Diavolo, so you can't take out the shrimp. That's kind of an important part of the dish. But it really works. It works well. At the very end, you know, just put a little bit of salt at the end. That's it. And we are just about finished, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Starting to thicken up a little bit. Now you can use diced tomatoes. You can use, if you want to crush your own tomatoes, you can do that too. But again, all your preference, anything that you want to do. So right now we're all set up, and I think we're just about done. Always be sure you shut off your stove. Now we're going to put this up a little bit. Oh yeah. This is all goodness right here, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't really get much better than this. Well, it kind of does, right? If you have somebody making it for you. But yeah, so get all those shrimps out there, get all that little bit of round pink love out. Beautiful. That's plated up really well. Up to the side, and grab just a little bit of basil, a little bit of parsley. Make sure you don't cut your fingers off. I don't think the shrimp will appreciate having any fingers in it. Okay. Take it, put a little garnish on top. And again, you know, you can eat it just like this. It doesn't really need any pasta. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your shrimp Fra Diavolo, or shrimp brother love, which doesn't really sound as appetizing, does it? So, here comes the part that most people don't like, but I do. That's okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shrimp like this, mix it around and all there, get a little bit of onion. Onion doesn't want to cooperate, so you grab another one. All right. And there it is. Unbelievable. None for you. Well, unless you make it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's shrimp Fra Diavolo. Pound of shrimp, cleaned, deveined. A cup of white wine. About 15 ounces of any type of tomatoes you want. Some garlic, oregano, parsley, basil, salt. That's really a little bit of garlic. That's really it. Crushed red pepper. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this edition of Michael Sabor d'Italia. And until our next adventure, arrivederci.